John Lebos, Product Manager for Saab 93 and 95 models.
So John, we're in Washington, D.C. In back of you is the Potomac River, and right in back of you is a 9.3.
This is actually a 1960 Saab 93 GT750.
It's a little bit older than the one we're going to be talking about today. So John, tell me about the 2008 models of the Saab 9.3 you have coming out.
Yeah, we have a complete lineup for 2008. We have 2 trim levels and 3 body styles for the 9.3. We have the 2.0T sedan, that's a 4-cylinder turbo with 210 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque. And then we have the sport combi and convertible. Starting price for the sedan is $28,385. For the sport combi, it's $29,610. And for the convertible, it is $39,710. And then we have an aero version of each of those 3 body styles with V6 turbo engine, 255 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. And that starting price on the sedan is $35,385. For the sport combi, we have a starting price of $36,365. And on the aero convertible, the starting price is $45,655.
And on the miles per gallon, what do you have?
We have the 4-cylinder engine gets, for 2007, the figures were 22 city and 30 highway. We haven't received the official 2008 figures yet, but we expect there to be about a 2 mile per gallon lower figure due to the new EPA calculations.
All cars, if they're the same from 2007, will get about a 10%
that's correct.
Deduction on them.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And on the V6 turbo, we had figures of 17 city and 28 in 2007. And again, we expect that same reduction for 2008.
And who are your competitors for the sedan and the wagon?
Our main competitor is the Audi A4, both in sedan and for Audi, that's the Avant body style. And even on the convertible side, the A4 Cabriolet is our main competitor. Volvo also in the S60, and to some degree the BMW 3 Series as well. Those are the primary 3 competitors.
Are those all 6-cylinder?
The Audi has also a 4 and 6-cylinder lineup, and with BMW it's a 6-cylinder only lineup, that's correct.
Because nobody beats you on a 4-cylinder.
No, we do quite well, especially if you look at the torque and fuel economy figures. We're really segment leaders in that area.
But you always have been. Saab is known as a 4-banger throughout its entire life.
Yeah, correct. That's really our strength, is high power from a smaller displacement engine. So you have the power of a 6, you could say, with the fuel economy of a 4.
John, what's the difference between exterior design on the 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder wagon?
We have several areas of distinction. First of all, on the aero wagon, you have a 17-inch wheel. You also see this bright trim around the front fog lights. That differentiates the aero. And that center lower grille area. And if you compare that to the 2.0T trim level.
And we're going over to the 2.0T right now, so we'll get to see the difference. And this is without the fog light trim.
Correct. This has just black trim around the fog lamps, and you see these additional horizontal elements in the lower grille.
Right, that you didn't see over on the Aero.
Correct. Right. And then we have a 16-inch wheel as standard equipment on the 2.0T.
And the Aero gets a
17-inch.
So you've got 17-inch right here on the Aero, and then you've got 16-inch right here on the 2.0T.
Correct. And if we were to look at the rear of the 2 cars, from the very back you'll see that it's just a clean lower valance with no exposed tailpipe.
So John, now we're looking at the sedans, the 2.0 and the T and the Aero. What are the exterior differences on those?
We have essentially the same differences that we saw on the Sport Combi. From the rear you can see on the Aero we have this lower diffuser look with the bright finished twin tailpipes. And on the 2.0T to the left of that you have just that solid panel with the hidden tailpipe. And from the front, if we were to look, they are exactly the same as the Sport Combi. And we have the same 16-inch wheel on the 2.0T. And again, on the Aero, we use a 17-inch wheel.
So we're looking at the 16-inch 2.0 right now. We're going around to the front of the 2.0T. And once again, you can see the fog lights.
Correct. The black surround with the fog lights and the horizontal element in the lower grille. And then next to that we have the Aero with a bright finish trim around the fog lights and the more aggressive lower grille without that horizontal element.
And the 17 inches on the Aero.
Correct.
Perfect. John, thank you very much.
Thanks.